Welcome into Banana Ball, live on TruTV and HBO Max. Tonight we bring you the finale of this three-game set between the Bananas and the Firefighters from historic Grayson Stadium in, thankfully, a sunny Savannah, Georgia. After a 2.5-hour rain delay on Thursday night and then an hour-and-a-half rain delay followed by a rain-soaked and shortened 5 innings of action last night, I am beyond thrilled to announce that while we have had a good amount of rain again today, the radar really looks great, and we should somehow, some way, have an on-time first pitch tonight. And you can see the smiles on the players, cast, characters, and fans alike at that news. The folks have stormed Grayson Stadium, and we are set for a fantastic ball game tonight. It is game 89 of the 2025 Banana Ball World Tour, and it's the last time we'll be in Savannah until the Tour Championship come October. Great pitching matchup on tap as well. Former Rangers minor leaguer Bradford Webb for the Firefighters against the 2022 Peach Belt champion pitcher of the year, Mr. Jared Donaldson. We welcome you inside with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. So the Nanners have taken the first 2 games of this soupy 3-game set so far, but we're looking like we'll have first pitch in a few minutes, and the Firefighters trying to grab this last game.
Yeah, obviously 5 innings last night, not ideal, but the rain making it really tough on the pitchers as we saw the Firefighters unable to hold the lead across the last 3 innings of play. Bananas had the deciding point in the ball game, but on the bright side for the Firefighters, Mason Maxwell had a highlight play to end the ball game and keep Correll Prime from scoring a second straight Bananas point in the game.
Yeah, it was the final play of the game last night, and it's one of the better plays you will see from an outfielder that you could ever imagine. And for more on it, let's get it down to Zach Staten with Mad Max himself.
What's up, Biko? Yeah, my job as a firefighter is to cool things down. You know what fires me up? You know what fires me up is to see Mason Maxwell sliding in. Well, look at that. He just slid right in here, Mason Maxwell. Was that the coolest play you've ever done in your life?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just putting the body out on the line for the boys last night and in a pretty big situation, you know. I was in for, it was 3 balls on the count, so Brack had put a nice swing on it, just try to put the body in play and throw it in, hit Isaac on a nice cutoff. He had a nice little throw in.
And then not only that, but you popped up in one fluid motion. Like, that just looked awesome. Is that what it's all about, being a firefighter?
Dude, yeah, this is so fun. Sliding in, putting your body on the line for others and your team, man. That's what it's all about.
Want to transition with the double slide real quick?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Ladies, slide into Mason Maxwell's DMs.
Okay, that's a call to action from Zach Staten I did not expect. For now, let's get a look at the Bananas' defensive alignment left to right in the outfield. It's Ty Jackson, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis, third to first in the infield. Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Correll Prime, and Bill Leroy is behind the dish.
Now we focus on Jared Donaldson, the starting pitcher for the Savannah Bananas, making start number 9 this season. He has been a monster out of the bullpen this year. It has been a different story when he has started games for the Nanners, as he's sporting a 10.78 earned run average across 26 innings pitched with 13 ball 4 sprints and 15 strikeouts. Not exactly a ratio he's been looking for.
And the Firefighters starting lineup opposing him for a 3rd straight game here in Savannah. Ron Franklin at the top. Then it is Dalton Cornett and Logan Lacey. Joe Lido cleaning it up, followed by Stephen Cullen, Noah Bridges, Caden Green, and the bottom 3, Mason Maxwell, Zachary Bridges, and South Trimble.
It's Noah Bridges, the speedy left fielder for the Firefighters, having one of the most productive series this weekend, already with 4 hits for the Firefighters, hoping for even more tonight as they try to avoid the sweep.
And just like that, we should be just about ready to start the clock and get game 3 of this set underway. Nanners on a 4-game winning streak, winners of 18 out of their last 19.
All right, Banana Maniacs, here's what I need. When I count to 3, I need you all to yell out at the top of your lungs, start the clock. In 1, 2, 3. Showtime! Number 23.
And there we go. The 2-hour timer starts ticking. It will only matter if it runs out before we get to the 9th inning. If that does happen, whatever inning we are in will be our final one, and every run scored will count as a point. Heater up high to Ron Franklin. Scoots out of Bill Leroy's glove. Hot boy Ron says, my bad, to his teammates. He had no idea how far that got away from the Bananas catcher. That's just not a pitch you expect to make it all the way back to the backstop.
And look, he's in his rookie campaign with the Firefighters, still adjusting to everything that encompasses banana ball. Clearly was just a little too much in default baseball mode, and he is penalized his first swing of the ball game. He opts not to steal first base, and the fans wind up catching the foul ball in the bleachers for the first out of tonight's ball game.
Yeah, that is a brutal turn of events for the Firefighters. Ron Franklin Jr. has stolen first twice this year, so he's shown excellent banana ball IQ across his rookie campaign, but the banana ball gods seek vengeance on him instantly after he gives up a golden opportunity to swipe first to lead off the ball game. The very next pitch retired by the fans. Splitter misses wide, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Dalton Cornett, the extra hitter tonight, and all around the best bat the Firefighters have had this year. 3 years as a party animal. This is his first tour in red and yellow, and he's been just stupendous. Can't connect on the heater, count is full.
Not only stupendous overall, but great especially against Jared Donaldson, as he's 5 for 8 this season and now has his first ball 4 sprint against Donnie. Bananas transfer the ball to all defenders behind Donnie, and Dalton Cornett opts for just 1 base on the first ball 4 sprint tonight.
Yeah, DC3 across his Party Animals career, always one of the toughest guys in the sport to strike out. And it remains the case as a Firefighter. He has now 10 ball 4 sprints, only 6 strikeouts. And their best bat from a year ago, Logan Lacey, he is heating up. 3 for 6 on the weekend, a double, couple runs driven in, and yanks that one through the 6 hole. Make him 4 for 7 on the series. 2 on with 1 down.
Well, he is batting over 370 against the Bananas here in his second campaign. Was just as much of a headache for them last year. There is something against, or about Logan Lacey against the Bananas that needs to be studied.
And now Joe Lytle. Another man once a party animal, but now in his second campaign as a Firefighter. He was on that 2023 Party Animal squad on the first full season of banana ball. Excellent then, excellent as a Firefighter. Right back up the middle. Cornett getting a stop sign from his head coach, Val Perez. Prime will cut off the throw from DR. A sprint and back-to-back singles as the bags juiced for the big bopper, Stephen Cullen.
And it's been the Firefighters swinging awfully aggressive. 3 of the first 4 batters swinging at the second pitch from Jared Donaldson, and it's Cullen first pitch hacking and fouling it out of play.
Nowhere to put the second-year Firefighter. Tried to check his swing, and he went around, and Donaldson gets him on the splitter. And that's a big second out for Donnie.
A quick strikeout and much needed for Jared Donaldson as Noah Bridges takes advantage of some AstroTurf, slides his way into the left-handed batter's box.
Ahead 1-0. Splitter missed down and out while we were getting out of the replay. And that ball not catchable by the fans, right into the grilled-in, where all of the unlimited burgers, hot dogs, chicken sandwiches are all cooked up for the Grayson faithful. Over 5,000 fans on hand tonight. And finally, no rain as we play banana ball.
Just want to correct you for a second. Trum dogs.
Right, not
unlimited
hot dogs.
Trum dogs.
Yeah, shout out Neil Trumler. Thank you, Josh. Big 2-2, and that is a heck of a take. Fastball is down. The runners will be off. Full count. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Donaldson to Bridges. Swing and a miss. Goes to the splitter, and Noah cannot connect. Jared Donaldson leaves the bags loaded.
Goes to his signature pitch and took a little something off of the splitter as well. Bridges trying to sit back on it. Instead, whiffs through it, and Donnie escaping the jam in the first.
Here's the Firefighters' defensive alignment. They've got to help Bradford Webb put up a 0 here to keep the Nanners out of the all-important points department. Left to right in the outfield, it is Bridges, Franklin, and Maxwell. Third to first in the infield, Lacey, Green, Trimble, and Cullen. And it is Zachary Bridges, Noah's older brother, behind the plate.
What's the guys on the corner infields for the Firefighters who have been pretty standout performers? Stephen Cullen still leading the team with 26 trick plays this season. But the Firefighters had some costly trick plays missed last night that cost them the chance at winning a couple innings. They are trying to shore up the defense here tonight.
And at the middle of it all is Bradford Webb, the pride of Charlotte Courthouse, Virginia. Population of about 700. An improbable run from JUCO to VCU to the Texas Rangers minor league system. This is his second tour with the Firefighters.
And he's really starting to round into shape in his sophomore campaign. You see only 6 ball four sprints for Webb through 19 innings pitched. But more impressive lately for Webb is the fact that he is still yet to allow an earned run here in the month of August.
Yeah, Webb, as far as stuff goes, it's as good as just about anybody. It's all about control. And it is a formidable lineup he is up against. The Doctor at the top as per usual. Then Oberst, KJ, and Super Reese cleaning it up. Coxey, Prime, Ty Jackson, Rack, Leroy, and Olsen to round it out.
D'Armedo's still the Bananas team leader in batting average this season. Be pretty huge for the Firefighters and Webb to keep him off the bags to start this ball game.
It's a 5-pitch mix from Webb, 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs in the low 90s. And that is a firm heater to even up the count. Circle change, cutter, and slider to round out the arsenal. Poked the opposite way. On a hop, South Trimble between the legs. And our first trick play of the ball game goes to the Firefighters. Nice start for Webb.
Well, this season, South Trimble has mostly started in left field for the Firefighters, but with an injury to Liam Spence, who is the everyday second baseman, it's Trimble, the former George Mason kid, getting more action in the infield and coming away with his second trick play at second base.
Dan Oberst does not bite on a tight slider that scoots away from Zachary Bridges, not far enough for Danny O to try and steal first. He has done it twice this year. They came in the same game. One of those weird things in banana ball you just can't predict. And tries to hit that ball to Tybee Island. Comes up empty. You saw he left the box. No penalty there because it happened as a result of a swing. Beautiful heater on the inside corner to get Bradford Webb ahead. And another excellent stop by Zachary Bridges. Count is even.
Yeah, Bridges getting put to work early in tonight's contest, but making the grade so far, again, keeping Oberst from swiping first. And now Oberst takes the inside pitch, hammers it to left field, but into the glove of Noah Bridges for the second out.
Yeah, that was a laser beam to the younger Bridges brother. Specialty walk-up for Kyle Jackson. How about the drama from K-Jack? I mean, pouring his heart out here to the full house in Savannah. That smells like a few million views on the old social medias. 1-0 count on KJ. Just continues his unbelievable rookie season as a banana baller. Big swing and a miss there. It's 10 points behind D'Armedo's, hitting .353 for the team high in batting average. He reached 2 out of 3 times tonight with a pair of, or last night rather, with a pair of sprints. And that is a painful hit by pitch right off the toe. And KJ eventually taps his helmet, letting the boys know it's fine, we can do some entertainment. Not good for KJ's toe, but good for his tour high on base percentage, coming in at .490. And he limps to first as the boys behind him pull off a Lion King dance, and Kyle Jackson asking for Malachi Mitchell to come in and pinch run for him. Got another look there.
Well, that's just wise on Kyle Jackson's part, allowing the Bananas to use their designated runner who can run once every time through the lineup. And it gives Jackson a little bit of a break before he has to go back out defensively at third base for the Nanners.
Yeah, Francis Gilbert, the Bananas athletic trainer, will tend to KJ. Hopefully he will be good enough to be back at third base in the second. Reese Alexiadis, did he check his swing? Yes, says Chris Walker, the first base umpire. The appeal coming from Andrew Gerard. Calling balls and strikes tonight. And a heater right down Broadway for strike one to Super Reese. That one just misses below the knees. Late call from Gerard. Malachi Mitchell can really fly. He's around second, and he will have to stop there. Textbook sprint defense by the Firefighters. They get it to all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher in short order, and that is when the ball becomes live. Now, Nathan Neuer is doing an army crawl. Second base umpire. He was behind the plate last night and at first base on Thursday night. Always a ball of entertainment. Inning winning run 90 feet away. After 2 quick outs, a hit batter and a sprint. And the fate of the frame up to Ryan Cox, who has to jackknife out of the way of a low 90s fastball up towards his head. And Coxie, here in his 4th World Tour, shaking his head. He did not like that. 1-2 count on the Nanner shortstop. Only 6 strikeouts on the year compared to 20 ball 4 sprints. Cox as tough to set down on strikes as anybody in the sport.
Yeah, excellent battler. His goal was to strike out just 6 or 7 times all season. Also, man, he's done very well, batting .429 with runners in scoring position, and spits on an inside pitch that does not get the call from Andrew Gerard.
Pitcher's pitch. Count is now full. And Cox bounces it to the right side. Sliding stop. South Trimble saves the inning for the Firefighters. That denies the Bananas a point. Slap a star on it on your scorebook at home, and remember that play for the rest of the night. That was huge from Trimble.
And this comes in his first official start at second base for the Firefighters here in 2025. Big play from Trimble, and we're scoreless through 1.
Let's get it down to young Prof for Pick Your Parent.
Everybody. All right, Harper has an important choice to make, because when I say go in just a minute, she's going to have to run down there, and she's going to have to pick if she's going to go to mom or dad. How many people think that Harper is going to go to dad? Couple of fellas, all right. How many people think she's going to pick mom? Oh, wait. Hold on, Harper. Not yet, sweetie. Hold on. Because I forgot to mention, Harper, whoever you pick, they're the winner, but the loser has to get pied in the face. All right, Harper, are you ready to go pick mom or dad? On your mark, get set, go. Oh, with the swerve for mom. Dad, you know what that means. And mom, you get to do the honors, as I'm sure you are pleased with. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, bang. Oh. She's been waiting to do that a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for this family and for 2-year-old Harper.
How about the change of direction at the last second? Good move by Harper. Oh, man, that was epic. So Dad gets a pie to the face. We've got ourselves a scoreless game here. 7, 8, and 9 due to swing it for the Firefighters against Jared Donaldson. Pulled a rabbit out of his hat in the first inning, had the bases loaded with 1 out. Picked up back-to-back strikeouts to escape unscathed. And a low strike on Peanut. He bludgeons the next offering deep out to left center. It'll be 1 hop off the wall. Played well by Meadows, but not before Caden Green coasts into second with a leadoff double.
Well, hopefully that's a sign of big things to come for Caden Green, who entered tonight 2 for his last 20 at the dish. Leadoff double here in the second, and hopefully that bat ready to get hot again for the Firefighters.
It is such a short, sweet swing from Peanut, who does have a couple bombs on the tour as well. So the Firefighters with their third runner in scoring position tonight. And a quick 2-0 count on Mason Maxwell. Mad Max 1 for 2 with a double last night. Got the night off on Thursday. Really nice opposite field poke off Kyle Lewigs. And kicked off a big third inning for the Firefighters. Can't connect on the splitter. And a payoff coming from Donnie. Yanked over the leap of the 6'5" Correll Prime. Reese Alexiadis can't handle it cleanly. And Peanut hustling the whole way will score. Mason Maxwell helps the Firefighters draw first blood. So a 1-run lead here in the second, 2 batters in. And we'll get it down to the field for our firefighter of the night.
Escorting him to the plate is firefighter Jeffrey Hallman. Jeffrey has been serving for the McIntyre Volunteer Fire Department for 25 years and will be retiring this year. Fans, let's hear it for our firefighter of the night, Jeffrey Hallman.
Well, another huge shout out to Jeffrey Hallman, father of one of our co-workers, Haley Hallman, who keeps us fed very well here in Savannah. Rock star over in the Stadium Club. Just chefing up 5-star meals for our crew after every game we have here in Grayson Stadium. Bouncer to the left side. KJ between the legs. Olsen over to first. A trick play for Kyle Jackson. A double play for the Nanners.
Well, you just see how much time and effort all of the players and specifically the infielders have put into quick transitions between the legs. Jackson makes that one look pretty routine, and the Bananas also benefit from a slower runner in the catcher, Zachary Bridges.
So Maxwell raced off the bases, and South Trimble comes up empty on the splitter. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Hesitation from Donaldson. Sneaks it by South. He has his third strikeout, but a leadoff double from Caden Green and an RBI single from Mason Maxwell as the Firefighters with a golden opportunity to take the first point tonight.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the young professor. I am out here in the right field bleachers, and it's time for one of my favorite parts of the show. It is time for the sing-off. In a second, we're going to play 3 songs, and when the lyrics stop, you're going to have to finish singing, but we'll make it a competition. Marshall, who do you have over there?
Well, young professor, when I was talking to some of these fans over here, some of the fieriest singers here, you know what, I'm going to take the third base side and left field. And I'm bringing a little backup on top of the dugout, buddy. So you are going down.
You're talking a lot of trash over there, Marshall. You know what? You can have the folks over there, because I'm going to take everyone over here behind first base, out in right field, the best in class of Savannah. All right, let's get singing. Hit that music.
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on TruTV and HBO Max, presented by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. A look at our Bananarama camera, new cable cam installed in historic Grayson Stadium this weekend on the field of play, which does offer up the question, yes, it could get hit by a ball. If it does and the ball lands fair, it's in play.
But if it lands foul, it is not in play.
Yeah, that would be a foul ball, folks. Correll Prime, 7 years of minor league baseball experience in the right-handed batter's box. Bradford Webb, 3 years of minor league baseball experience back out on the bump. Stranded runners on the corners in the first. Prime smokes this one deep out to left center, but that is Ron Franklin's domain. Out number 1 here in the second.
Just a nice and easy route to the ball in left center field for Ron Franklin Jr., making that one look awfully routine. And now it's the man the Bananas need to be a spark plug in this inning. Ty Jackson up to bat, who has doubles in each of his last 2 starts for the Nanners.
Yeah, Ty was 2 for 2 on Thursday night and missed his first career banana ball home run by no more than a foot. And this one's going to be tapped to right. It's going to fall perfectly in between Trimble and Maxwell. So 3 plate appearances, 3 hits on the series for Ty Fly. The inning tying run is aboard. And with 1 out, another former minor leaguer, Robert Anthony Cruz, sans batting gloves, takes the heater outside. Rack getting the half night off. Ty in left field. Cruz the extra hitter. We have a DH and an EH in banana ball. And the EH can be moved in defensively without penalty, unlike the designated hitter. Two-1 is tapped foul. 2-2 on Rack.
And Webb focused very much on this battle with Cruz, already with 2 home runs here in the month of August, despite the fact that Ty Jackson dancing all around that first base bag right now.
Swing and a miss. Nasty changeup from Bradford Webb. And he wins the battle between former farmhands. That's his first K.
That is the one weakness for Robert Anthony Cruz in his banana ball career. It's the reason sometimes he'll show up to the ballpark with a shirt that says, "All my homies hate changeups."
Yeah, the right-handed changeup down and away, if executed well, can be Rack's kryptonite. And Bill Leroy trying to decide which weapon to choose. I think he's picked a winner. That 1026 OPS you saw on his graphic, that is the best on-base plus slugging percentage on the Savannah Bananas. It's the second best on the tour. Only Jake Skoll on the Party Animals has a better OPS.
Well, he's currently leading the Bananas with a 153 WRC plus this season. Already has a career high in home runs. And now walks this one into right field. Camping under it is Mason Maxwell. And the Firefighters in Game 3 of this series are the first team to claim the point tonight.
Much needed as they try and deny the Nanners a sweep here in the finale of this 3-game set. It is 1-0 Firefighters through 2. And it will be the top of the order. Franklin, Cornett, and Lacey due to swing it. When we get to the third, for now the Banana Band blasting away beneath us in the grandstand. And let's get it down to the field to Sam Bauman with Ryan Cox.
Hey, Pico, Josh, we're just having a great time out here. Maybe it's because there's no rain, or maybe it's just because I'm with this guy, the Glove Magician. And, you know, earlier this year, we did a little tummy time. We've grown since then. It's been months and months, and this is our last home game here for the Bananas. Ryan, talk to me about what it's been like to get to know this turf over the past few months.
I mean, it's been a really nice day in, day out, just coming out, knowing that we can get on the field, you know. No rain, don't matter. You see KJ on that last one, gets a nice, smooth ground ball. So just really accepting the turf and having the turf accept us is huge.
Absolutely beautiful thing. Is there a process that it took earlier in the year to get kind of used to what we were working with here, maybe to connect with it on an emotional level?
I mean, if you can't tell by my hair, I'm a northern guy from Pittsburgh, so we're on the turf a lot. This turf's a little bit different. Wanted to get really friendly early, so a lot of ground balls, like, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000 ground balls. Really just making the most of it.
Ryan, thanks for spending some time with me on the turf. By the way, like 100 more trick plays on the turf this year at home. They're doing pretty good. Pico, Josh, see you guys.
Take that for data. And now you get to see the data in full screen form.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what we've seen as far as the evolution of trick plays here in Grayson Stadium. The AstroTurf has certainly helped all of the players, specifically the infielders. As you see the jump, 13.7 trick plays per game a season ago, and all of the Banana Ball teams have averaged 19.5 here in 2025.
Been trying to put my finger on what the Bananarama camera reminds me of. It reminds me of like Memories in the Pensive when Dumbledore is showing Harry Potter everything that needs to be shown for him to take down Voldemort. He who shall not be named, although I just named him.
Good. Now don't say Beetlejuice.
Oh. He only said it once. We're good. We're good. We've got 7 innings to play still. We'll see if it happens 2 more times. I kind of want to.
You're not going to get me.
I kind of want to see what happens.
Get me.
I mean, how cool would it be if Michael Keaton just showed up here, man?
Showtime.
2 balls and a strike on Ron Franklin Jr. He fouled out to the fans in the first base bleachers to lead off the ball game. And sends this one deep out to right center field. Meadows and Alexiadis are both going to watch it clang off the wall. Hot boy Ron can really fly. He's going to go for 3. Relay from Olsen, not in time. A belly flop triple from Ron Franklin Jr. And the Firefighters right back in business to kick off the 3rd.
Back-to-back innings for the Firefighters in which they have started the frame with an extra base hit. Green a double in the 2nd. Now Franklin the triple here in the 3rd. And he got it despite stumbling around that second base bag.
Speed kills. Infield in and past the slide of Jackson Olsen. Dalton Cornett picks up his team-leading 19th RBI on the year. And that's 2 straight innings where an extra base hit is immediately followed by an RBI single. And the Firefighters a chance to earn another point. They're going to celebrate their run with a little Zachary Bridges-led dance at the middle of it all. And how about our executive producer, Yvonne Trezak, on the sticks? Used to be our director of creative content here in Banana Land, known for his shorts, bandana, and fantastic moves with the camera. And now he's back in the business. You can see him as he fades off into the white on the left side of your screen. There he goes!
You forgot the headband and fanny pack.
The fanny, I never said headband. I just said
maybe
shorts.
you did.
I said headband. I did forget the fanny pack. You got me there. So Cornett aboard for the 2nd time tonight. And Logan Lacey, who singled to left and then was stranded on 2nd when the Firefighters loaded the bases in the 1st. Smashes this one. It looks like it's going to be foul. If it's fair, it is so gone. Foul ball. 3rd base umpire Mark Cole there with the call. Logan Lacey sent it a mile. Just a little early.
I'm going to be honest, it looks like it might have clanged off the hand of a fan way back there. Could have made a crazy snag. Meanwhile, D.R. Meadows is going to make one tiptoeing on the warning track here in Grayson Stadium. A loud first out for Jared Donaldson in the 3rd.
It's been nothing but loud contact tonight for Lacey, who's now 1 for 2. Foul home run. And then flies out to the deepest part of the park. Heater misses inside on Joe Lytle. Laced a single right back up the middle his first time. Does not bite on the splitter. He's ahead 2-0. Pops this one up. Bill Leroy giving it a look, but it's going to land on top of the grandstand. Uncatchable by the fans. So 2-1 on the Oklahoma City kid, who spent his college days in his hometown at Oklahoma City University, playing for his dad, Keith. Lytle, just an unbelievable resume. 4-time All-Sooner Conference. Ended up 3 doubles shy of the national record with 93 across his career, but a victim of one of the best pitches in all of Division II college baseball history. That splitter from Jared Donaldson earns him a 4th strikeout.
And it was Joe Lytle getting just a little long in the swing there, and the timing off as well for Lytle, as it's another Firefighter down swinging, and Stephen Cullen fouling this one off of himself, but appears all right.
Cullen, another guy with a really impressive NAIA resume, as he taps this foul behind 0-2. He spent the last 2 years of his college career at Southeastern University, where he was first team all-conference, took home the NAIA World Series in 2022. On the same team as Drew Gillespie, the dynamic Party Animals closer.
And then in 2023, he might have upped the ante, batting .352 with 23 home runs and 63 runs batted in. He's averaging a home run every 8 at-bats, but he is victim to the strikeout for the 2nd time tonight. Firefighters tally another run in the top of the third. And now it is time to go down to the field for our Bananas Foster Family of the Night.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Swick family. Sarah was adopted 8 years ago and made it her mission to give back to the foster care community. She and her husband, Dustin, opened their home to kids in need 2 years ago and have welcomed 8 kiddos into their home. Fans, please join us in celebrating the Swick family.
Well, another huge shout out to Sarah and Dustin Swick, superheroes in the foster care community here in the 912. This is how you can get involved. Welcome back to Banana Ball, live on TruTV and HBO Max. Jared Donaldson through 3 innings. He's allowed 2 runs, but boy, has he had a case for the K's. 5 strikeouts so far on the night, and nearly all of them coming with that splitter. It is working.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just been some big extra base knocks for the Firefighters that have hurt him tonight. Meanwhile, for Bradford Webb, a lot of smooth sailing in the second inning as he had a 2-minute and 25-second frame. And the Bananas currently batting just a $196 against him in 2025.
Bouncer to the left side. Logan Lacey transfer between the legs. He'll grab the trick play to take care of Jackson Olsen. And 2 pitches, 1 out for Bradford Webb and company. Here in the last of the third, another look at Lacey's 22nd trick play of 2025. Back to the top of the order we go. A ball to DR Meadows, and now Bradford Webb has brought all 4 of his infielders in. And it looks like he's going to jump some rope. Cullen and Lacey spinning the fire hose around. And Green and Trimble getting involved in the trickery, a crow hop pitch. Down and out. What a scoop by Zachary Bridges. DR leads the Nanners with 4 steals of first. And if that isn't gloved cleanly, could have had a golden opportunity. And deja vu. Another fine snag by Bridges. 3-0 count now.
On the second pitch from Webb, Bridges tried to possibly feign the ball getting behind him and see if Meadows would leave the box.
Smart.
Too wise for it. And Bradford behind 3-0 is able to pour in a strike before missing inside as Meadows will think about taking 2 bags and stay at first.
That is now 15 ball 4 sprints on the year for the Doctor with only 8 strikeouts. And it's all that much more impressive when you consider that he leads the Bananas with now 212 plate appearances on the year. The inning tying run aboard. Dan Oberst sends a breaking ball right back up the middle. Softer contact than his first trip to the dish when he sent a zinger straight to the mitt of Noah Bridges out and left. Dinks that one in. The inning tying run on second, the inning winning run on first. And Kyle Jackson, who was plunked right on the toe his first time. Bradford Webb looked like he was trying to execute a back foot bender and got a literal front foot bender. The hit by pitch means KJ has reached 3 straight plate appearances. He's got a 1-1 count while Maceo Harrison dances coaching first base.
And he's a man with 7 runs batted in across his last 6 games for the Bananas. Swinging a pretty hot stick, and now the Bananas have put themselves in a little bit of a pickle.
Wow.
Nonetheless, Oberst able to retreat all the way back and slide in safely at the first base bag.
I mean, that was unbelievable base running by the Nanners. If you're the Firefighters, you've got to get an out here. You have both guys within a few steps of second base. Oberst somehow able to escape. Zachary Bridges somehow able to get a piece of that foul tip. 2-2 coming to KJ.
Bridges was just playing it a little too carefully. Didn't want to see Meadows possibly advance up to third base on any throw that he offered down to the second base bag. Regardless, Bradford Webb able to get the strikeout against Kyle Jackson. Another bender low in the turf.
Reese Alexiadis into left field. Meadows getting the windmill. Bridges coming up throwing. It is a perfect strike, and DR is gunned down at the dish. Noah Bridges saves the inning and punches the ticket on another point earned for the Firefighters. Another look. You couldn't have had a better throw if you dreamed of it. From brother to brother, little bro to big bro, Noah to Zachary. And the Bridges connection saves the third inning for the Firefighters. They're up 2-0. Here's the young professor.
Subject. And so we have a game here tonight to decide which is the best subject. I've got history, math, English, and science, and they're going to be battling it out to figure out who's the best subject. But just by a round of applause here, whose favorite subject is science? History, math, or English? Well, we're going to find out. When I say go, these are going to run, jump at each other, and they're going to start knocking each other down. The last subject standing will be the best subject in all of school. Gentlemen, on your marks, get set, go. Oh, English is out. Guys, hold on, back up. Hold on, reset, back up. We have to come in one at a time on my call. On your mark, get set, go. Back up. Oh, we've got another elimination. It's down to history versus math. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, there he goes. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, history.
That was the right subject to win. Who doesn't love history? Come on. We head to the fourth inning. Firefighters lead 2-0. Another full house here in historic Grayson Stadium, and we welcome in the Bananas right fielder, Super Reese Alexiadis, to the broadcast. Super Reese, how are you doing tonight, my man?
Good, I'm feeling good. Feeling ready to be mic'd up.
Well, that's good to hear. KP is the new man on the mound, Kyle Perry. Oh, Curly. And he gives Noah Bridges a heater up and in. I mean, quickly, how about that play from Noah? As looks like he might give you an opportunity. DR Meadows eyeing it up. Tip drill. Tipping again. And our man on the mic behind the back. Couldn't have scripted any better.
Yeah, I have no idea if he said anything. We're ready.
Well, talk about the super celebration, because you have fallen in love with One Piece, and the One Piece community has fallen in love with you and your content.
Yeah, I mean, I'd always do a little something after each trick play and started experimenting. And as I was watching One Piece, landed on a couple, I think the first one I did was in Charlotte or maybe Nashville. Hit a Gear 2, Luffy, and didn't do too well, but then when I hit the super, my first super in Anaheim, that video took off, and I was like, here we go.
Now, Reese, when did it dawn on you that One Piece was the way for you to go and to be incorporated into Banana Ball?
Well, my brother, Bash, he and his friends are diehard fans, so they know all of it. For Halloween, there were all the characters, and so that was my inspiration, but, just the whole show is so cool about pirates, and yeah, it's awesome.
Shout out Bash, man. Boy, that is awesome that he fell in love with it, and because this, I mean, it's really taken on a life of its own. Your teammates have fallen in love with the super celebrations, and now a 2-2 count on Caden Green after the Eminem Till I Collapse walk up, and he continues to battle.
Might get a ball here.
Reese, which of your teammates has gotten the most into One Piece since you've incorporated all this?
Actually, KJ. KJ, I think, actually has watched the most episodes since I started. But surprisingly, there's a lot of guys on the Firefighters and the Tailgaters who are fully caught up, and they're already, I'm a newbie compared to them. But yeah, KJ started. I know EJ's watched a few. I got a couple family members who have started, but
it's going to be a foul ball. Good attempt, Super Reese.
Oh, no.
You lost your mic?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Wait.
We've still got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we still hear you, beautiful.
We never lost you.
Okay, good.
Good job. I mean, unbelievable technical support on the fly.
Oh, that's good.
KP jams
nice.
Peanut, and Coxie bare hands that one. So 2 outs on 3 trick plays. Yeah, I mean, it's like over 1,100 episodes to be fully caught up on One Piece.
Yeah, but they're only like 20 minutes each, so, but 1,100 is still a lot.
You're cruising through them. I loved the video you put together with Cody Fluffman yesterday.
Yeah, that was just, I kind of had something like that idea floating around in my head of something like that during the game, and then it just happened. I was like, looking in the dugout, who could I use for this? Fluff. And he watches too, so.
You could tell.
It worked perfectly.
You could see the glow in his eyes.
Yeah, we had to use his phone to watch it because my phone was recording.
Relentlessly resourceful. Zachary Bridges bounced into a double play his first time. Maxwell's aboard for the second time tonight. Nathan Neuer, the second base umpire, just continues to roll around on the turf.
I just noticed that.
I did too at the same time.
Hopefully that doesn't distract me.
And now a 3-0 count on Bridges, who will take 4 straight bad ones and earn the sprint. And now Reese has got to cook it in here. He is the 6th out of all 7 fielders who need to touch that ball before it's live.
I feel like the
Yeah, you can hear them cooking.
I think they're tangled with the bikes.
So do you have a favorite One Piece character?
Yeah, it's Zoro. Mainly because he's pretty stoic. Strong character.
Reminds you of somebody?
Yeah, maybe.
That you know.
I mean, I love watching Luffy fight. It's just, zero doubt in his mind when he fights. Just how we need to play this game with no doubt, no fear. But, yeah, I love Zoro. Just very cool. I'm trying to get his earrings. Might get them pierced.
I love it.
Might be doing that in Pittsburgh. We'll see.
It's now a 3-1 count on South Trimble. Ball 4 will push a run across. Yep, 2 down, Reese. Chad Reese said, yayo. If that means anything to you.
I don't know. Maybe.
He might. No, he said wrong line. It wasn't supposed to go into our ears.
I heard it.
I did too. Oh, give us something special, Reese.
Pop.
Tip drill.
Fishman karate.
Yes! Yep. Fishman karate on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
With 2 on to get the final out. Reese Alexiadis, you're a mensch.
Thank you. We're posting that tonight.
Let's go. You can catch it on Super Reese's Instagram and TikTok later tonight. We will be right back.
Here we go. Pretty good, but let's get louder. Keep clapping, we're going to step it out. All right, here we go. One more time. Let's get loud. Give yourselves a big round of applause and let's go Bananas!
You are watching Banana Ball live on TruTV and HBO Max, presented by Tropical Smoothie Cafe. In the middle of the 4th inning, an age-old tradition here in Banana Land. Hey, baby. Everybody getting up, moving it, and grooving it. Players, the cast and crew, and the over 5,000 fans on hand here in Savannah, and even Bo the Beaver. He's still getting after it. But now he's just jamming out to a little DJ Khaled, which means Ryan Cox is leading off the bottom of the 4th inning. Kyle Perry was able to strand runners on the corners and prevent the Firefighters from pushing a run across for a 3rd straight inning. Heck of a job by Bradford Webb. He's turned those previous 2 runs into 2 points. And some help from Noah and Zachary Bridges. The brotherly duo in left field and catching combined for a Webb gem to earn that 2nd point in the 3rd. I mean, Noah Bridges, you couldn't have had a better throw home, and Zachary, his older brother, with a real quick tag on the speedy DR Meadows. And now a ball flicked just in front of Noah. Ryan Cox has himself a knock. He was robbed of a base hit that would have won the 1st inning. South Trimble with a Webb gem in that case. So it's really been stupendous Firefighters defense that has led to their 2-0 lead tonight.
And with that opposite field knock from Ryan Cox, he now surpasses the total number of hits he had across all of the 2024 campaign for the Bananas. And he just did that in 22 fewer games. It has been a banner season for him offensively.
Yeah, he has leveled up in a big way. I mean, the trick plays just get better and better every year. This is his 4th World Tour, but I mean, the offense, unbelievable. 1-2 count on Correll Prime. He cannot connect on the live fastball from Bradford Webb. And a slow tapper up the middle. Pina is going to glove flip it between the legs. Isaac Parra over to first, not in time. But it'll be a trick play for the Firefighters shortstop on the fielder's choice, and the Nanners designated runner Malachi Mitchell taken off the base pads.
And that trick play from Caden Green was nearly a necessity, able to field that one off of the mound and then flip it through the legs nice and easy to Isaac Parra. A perfect feed for him to turn and fire to first, but Prime just enough speed to get in safely.
So Green up to 23 trick plays. 3 behind Stephen Cullen, his first baseman for the team lead. And Ty Jackson catapults this deep out to right center. Ron Franklin Jr. couldn't find it. Mason Maxwell there to help him out. He will throw behind Prime, who ends up getting a ball bouncing off of him. And he's going to get an extra 90. Boy, he took his time getting back to first and timed the one-hopper perfectly. It's going to get a hug with Peanut at second. That one dinged him off the helmet. Another look. Tough error for Mason Maxwell. Trying for a double play. And Prime not even looking, got it off the back of the head.
Well, luckily he was in smiling at second base, which shows you he's all right. Now Rack rolls this over to second base. Isaac Parra makes a play deep in the center of the infield to record the out. And through 4 innings, it's the Firefighters still up 2. We will be right back with more Banana Ball on TruTV.
Welcome back to Banana Land. Andy Archer, the new man on the mound for the Nanners. Second guy out of their pen as they trail the Firefighters 2-0 heading into the 5th.
Yeah, great to see Andy taking the mound for the Bananas. This is the 28th time he has appeared on the pitcher's mound. Here in the month of August, the Firefighters have finally started to touch him up a little bit. But Archer, one of the stronger performers since debuting with the Bananas back in 2024, and has one of the fastest minutes per inning marks on the team this season, averaging 3 outs in 4 minutes and 1 second.
He's going to have the top of the order for the Firefighters, 3rd time through. Hot boy Ron, DC3, and Showtime due to swing it. Ron Franklin Jr. cannot connect on the Archer fastball, which sits high 80s, low 90s. And a diving stop. Ryan Cox, 360 over to first. Not in time. Ron Franklin Jr. runs like the very wind itself and turns that into an infield single.
And you can just see on the face of Ryan Cox, he would have loved for that to have been the first out here in the 5th inning. The only unfortunate issue, the speed of Ron Franklin Jr. So the Firefighters plus speed on the bags. And now Dalton Cornett up to the plate, who is now up to a 20-game on-base streak this season for the Firefighters.
Yeah, sprint and an RBI single on the evening for the pride of Pippa Passes, Kentucky. Pitcher's pitch to even up the count from Archer. And you get another look at his split changeup. That's the put-out pitch. He'll go 4-seam, 2-seam cut fastballs as well and mix in a curveball from time to time. Franklin always a danger to run on first. He was 17 for 19 in his stolen base attempts across his 3 years at EKU. And he's only been caught once in 4 tries in his young banana ball career. Another 2-2. Popped behind the dish. Leroy throws away the mask and runs out of room. It'll clang on top of our heads. Another look at the dream cam. I mean, come on. What a sunset here in Savannah, Georgia. Good take. A big league take at that from Dalton Cornett. Count runs full. And a great spoil. Nice 2-seam from Andy Archer. He'll have to fire another offering to Cornett. Franklin off on the pitch. It's ball 4. All 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch the ball before it's live, and Ron's going to get a stop sign from Corey Pye, coaching third base. Cornett's got his second sprint of the ball game. He's reached base all 3 times. The Firefighters team leader in OBP just continues to elevate his numbers. And a big swing and a miss on a first pitch split change for Logan Lacey.
Well, just another added bonus for Dalton Cornett is the fact that he has had a sprint in 8 of his last 9, but he has doubled off the bases. Lacey with the floater over to Correll Prime, snatches it right by the first base bag and takes it unassisted as the Bananas turn 2 for Andy Archer.
Death by barrel. That one struck well, but too well to the wrong spot. Big break for the Bananas. And now a ball and a strike on Joe Lytle. Singled his first time and struck out in the 3rd. Franklin still leads off third base. And Lytle, fair ball down the third baseline. Boy, Joe Lytle has a knack for the hose. He's got himself a steak and a 2-bagger. And the Firefighters push a run across for a 3rd inning tonight.
Well, Joe Lytle is a guy that the Bananas have been unable to shift against this season. He now has 8 hits to all parts of the field for the Firefighters this season. 8 to right, 8 to center, and that one going to left field and bringing in another run for the Firefighters tonight.
I mean, that's professional hitting right there. Spreading the wealth. So Lytle 2 for 3, and Stephen Cullen trying to join the party. Struck out both times. He faced Jared Donaldson. This time into a between the legs 360. Trick play from the glove magician, pulling off the 6-7 celebration after his 175th trick play on the tour. 59 more than second place overall. Ryan Cox in a realm of his own in the trick play world and knows how to find the camera on another look. Snazzy stuff from the kid out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, who this coming Friday night will get to play banana ball in Pittsburgh for the first time ever. What a delight that will be in PNC. Looks like we're about to get something special. Christian Dearman here in his 7th year in Banana Land with the specialty pitcher entrance with a run to play with here in the 5th inning, trying to earn a 3rd point on the ball game for his Firefighters.
And pitching against his former squad, the Savannah Bananas, it was Dearman who moved over to the Firefighters in the middle of last year's World Tour. has been a big leader on this team and has also been one of the guys who has specialized in some of those amazing entertainment moments like we just saw from the man nicknamed Mr. Electric for that very reason.
Dearman's got his former catcher, Bill Leroy, in the 9-hole, then Jackson Olsen, and at the top, D.R. Meadows. Bill flew out to right his first time. He has been the firefighter killer here in 2025. Just video game numbers put up against the boys in red and yellow. Wild pitch. Capital W on that one. But Zachary Bridges quick out of the crouch to prevent Bill from stealing first.
Yeah, seeing as how Bill has 9 doubles, a triple, and a home run against the Firefighters this season, he'd rather try and swing for more extra bases than just try and potentially steal first base as he jumps ahead 3-1 against Dearman.
Yeah, the heater just misses in, the slider just misses out. And Leroy fouls away the 3-1 heater he gets. Payoff pitch from Mr. Electric. Up and in, and Leroy will take the ball for sprint and be content with 1 base on it. Once again, textbook D from the Firefighters, getting it to all 7 fielders behind Dearman and Bridges in short order. And the inning tying run aboard. The inning winning run digs in. Jackson Olsen grounded out to third to start the third. The bottom half, that is. Jackie here in his 3rd World Tour. Teammate of Dearman's for a year and a half. Behind 1 and 2 now. Olsen just came back from Williamsport where he was hanging out with Coach Rack. Said it was an absolute blast. His 3rd straight year getting to hang out at the Little League World Series. And an impressive take. Breaking ball just misses up. And his home state team, Connecticut, in the United States final, which Jackson's been thrilled about, the new Milford kid. Bounces this one off the backhanded attempt of Peanut, no play. I would wager that goes as an infield single.
Green just a little bit out of position.
And double play defense.
Banana ball, yes, and with the double play defense. Gonna reward Jackson Olsen, who is now 3 for 5 this season against Christian Dearman.
That was a real schnazzy 180 from Dearman on the delivery there. Two on, no outs. Top of the order. DR earned a sprint his last time. Grounded out to second, his first trip to home plate. And he's plucked right off the keister. An erratic pitch there from Dearman. So a sprint, an infield single, and a hit batter has the bags full. The inning tying run at third, the inning winning run at second, which is now Malachi Mitchell in place of Jackie.
Well, this has always been what's given Christian Dearman the most problems throughout his banana ball career. Everything moves for Dearman. Sometimes it leads to an immense lack of control. And now Dan Ober swings at the first pitch, drives this to deep center field. Franklin will make the grab, and Leroy will score the inning tying run. Malachi Mitchell, inserted as the designated runner, moves up to third. And now it is Meadows, also in scoring position at second.
Yeah, heads up base running from the Nanners center fielder. He saw the throw going into third easily. Grabbed a free 90. That takes the Bananas out of a double play chance. And Kyle Jackson says, nothing you can do about this. Right back up the chute. KJ with the walk-off. The Nanners double up the Firefighters in the 5th and cut the deficit in half. It is now 2-1 Firefighters through 5. Kyle Jackson with his 16th walk-off on the year. Kicks off Amacio Harrison. Center dance celebration. Shout out Philly Ty, Flash Dalton, and Gage keeping up with their dancing bass coach. The Bananas offense comes alive. Their first 2 runs of the ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading out inside the...
And we head to the 6th, 2-1 Firefighters.
But fellas, we appreciate you volunteering. We actually don't need you guys out here, but thank you very much for being out here. Because actually, ladies and gentlemen, we are out here because of one man who is on this squad, and he has been on this squad since 2018, the first year that we ever had the Dad Bod cheerleading squad. Something that we have always said here in Banana Land is whatever's normal, we do the exact opposite. Plenty of sports teams have cheerleading squads, but nobody has a Dad Bod cheerleading squad. Marty Jones is one of the very first members of that squad, and he has been with us ever since. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Marty's last night with the Dad Bod cheerleading squad. Marty is retiring, but he is a season ticket holder. I know we are going to see so much of him in the future. He was a season ticket holder to begin with, and he has contributed so much to this organization and the fun spirit that has helped us go from a small...
Welcome back to live Banana Ball here on TruTV and HBO Max. The young professor, Matt Grafer, talking about the legendary Marty Jones, the Banana Inspector, who is the longest tenured man-nana and is celebrating a wonderful career. His last game as a man-nana here tonight. Some of the highlights. What an illustrious career. It's been around longer than I, back to the college summer baseball days in the teens of the 2000s. And how about that? The shadow box with the uni. I mean, beloved here in Banana Land at Grayson Stadium.
I've got to assume that's a retired jersey and a retired pom-pom as well.
Hanging in the rafters. One of the best to ever do it. Cody Fluffman will take the hardware for him, and hugs galore for Man-Nana Marty.
That's making the Banana Ball Museum someday.
Let's send it to Cooperstown for now. It's our only exhibit in a museum as we speak. First pitch from Andy Archer in his second inning of work, all the way to the backstop. But a good bounce for Bill Leroy. Noah Bridges decides not to try and steal first base. And he'll go on this one. You betcha. Noah swipes first for the second time this tour. And the Firefighters have the leadoff man on for the 4th time in 6 innings tonight.
It's good Banana Ball IQ from Noah Bridges. And on the next pitch from Andy Archer, it is Bridges who collects a second stolen base in the inning, as he now finds himself in scoring position for Caden Green.
Well, I was about to say he just tied South Trimble for the team lead in steals, but then one pitch later, he took sole possession of that honor. Noah 9 for 10 now in his stolen base tries. 2-1 coming to Peanut. Make it 3 balls and a strike. Caden doubled to lead off the second. Came around to score what was the inning-winning run, and now he'll have himself an RBI. 4 bad ones fired in from Archer, whose control here in his second World Tour has been really impeccable. A rare lack of it there. And the Firefighters push a run across now for a 4th inning through 6 tonight. Fastball gets the inside corner to jump ahead of Mason Maxwell. Arch will check on Peanut, who has a couple steals in 3 tries this year. And now 0-2 on Mad Max. Right at him with the fastball. It's fouled away.
Yeah, this is encouraging to see from Andy Archer. Pretty dialed in the strike zone against Maxwell. And it has been the lack of sprints that has been the primary reason the Bananas are winners of 18 of their last 19. But 4 sprints issued by Bananas pitchers tonight. And Andy Archer will collect strikeout number 1 tonight.
Gasping for breath. Andy pulled off the Mason Maxwell celebration after he K's him up. High fastball. Mad Max says nice pitch. Andy says nice celebration. I'm going to borrow it. Zachary Bridges worked a sprint his last time. Grounded into a double play his first trip. Green off for second. The throw from Leroy in time. Nathan Neuer says Jackson Olsen was able to get a tag on the foot before Peanut got to second. And he's waiting patiently. We're getting another look on the second base camera. Caden Green really wants a challenge from Val Perez, his head coach.
And I believe the fans have opted to pop a challenge to try and see if they can help out the Firefighters here in the 6th.
Well, this, for only the second time this year, we get to see a challenge in a Bananas game that is not in mine nor Josh's hands. This is the umpires down on the field with a monitor deciding if there is clear evidence to overturn the call made by their compadre. I haven't seen anything personally that could overturn it if we still had the power. It's a pretty good shot right there. This has got to be the one. Right now, you can't see where that left hand is. You just don't know when it hits the bag. And just like that, there's only 5 seconds left on the challenge. I would be shocked if this is overturned. Great shot here as well. Yeah, with everything we saw, I would not be comfortable overturning the call. And neither is Andrew Gerard and Chris Walker, the home plate and first base umpires, respectively, who both looked at it for a minute and said, Nathan Neuer, no, there's nothing to overturn your call.
And you can see Neuer congratulating himself, going back out to his position at the second base bag, as Bridges will swing away following the challenge and drive this one over to the picnic area. It actually stays in the field of play, but Ty Jackson not able to haul it in, although he is trying to sell it, running back into fair territory.
Yeah, Mark Cole didn't have an angle of it at all. Javon Ray in the bullpen was kind of the guy with the best shot at it. He said, no, it wasn't caught.
And Johnny Hummel also emphatically waving no catch.
And they're not biased at all. Deuce is wild here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Nice two-seamer from Big Arch. Picks up his second strikeout of the inning. But a steal of first. And then a steal of second from Noah Bridges. With the ball for sprint. And the RBI for Caden Green. Firefighters have a chance to add another point.
As we salute our hometown heroes of the night, we thank you for your service and commitment to our great country. To our police officers, to our firefighters, to our nurses, to our EMS workers, to our dispatchers, and to our school teachers. The Bananas and Firefighters want to thank you.
Welcome back to Banana Ball live on TruTV and HBO Max. It has been trick play mania here in this finale of a three-game set between the Bananas and the Firefighters. Both squads getting in on the action. My favorite, the Reese Alexiadis tip drill to the Fishman karate on the mic. But I mean, if you're going to talk about skillage, what Caden Green and Ryan Cox have done at short, certainly the degree of difficulty better, but you get the guy on the mic, Super Reese, both of his trick plays while chatting with us in the top of the fourth inning. I mean, just, he has my heart with those.
Gotten the nice double trick play for the Nanners, but that Caden Green glove flip, pretty special.
His banana
Real nice.
ball debut. And now pitching for the Firefighters. Please welcome Jacob Brown.
What a special moment for Jacob Brown. What a special moment for the sport of banana ball. Jacob, only 18 years old, out of Cottondale, Florida. And he was born with his legs facing up when he was 15 months old. His parents made the tough decision to have doctors amputate both of his legs above the knee. And he really couldn't walk and move around successfully until 11 years old with prosthetics. Never played any sports until starting to play baseball at 15 years old.
Leading off
and it
number
was
3.
the head coach at Cottondale High School, Skylar Davis, when Jacob Brown, homeschooled, showed up to the baseball tryout, said, I want to be on this team. He said, this guy is awesome. We've got to get him aboard. And it was Skylar posting a video of Jacob on Twitter that blew up, that got Jesse Cole to reach out. He connected the two. And now at just 18 years old, Jacob Brown making his banana ball debut. He faces a phenomenally talented former minor leaguer in Eric Jones Jr. And floats that in for a 2-1. It's a 3-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, splitter. He's touched 73 on these shorter prosthetics. He's got a longer pair as well. He's touched 75 on, but these he has the best control with. A shake, the 2-2. And the count is full. Foul ball. Count is still full.
Love to see Eric Jones hacking on the full count pitch from Jacob Brown. Looks awfully confident, pitching on the right side of the rubber, and gets EJ to battle another pitch foul.
Jacob Brown pounding the zone, mixing up his pitches. Another payoff, and he plunks EJ. That was a heck of a battle. That ends with Eric Jones Jr. getting first base. So EJ swinging it in Alexiadis' place. Represents the tying run at first. And now Ryan Cox will face off against Jacob Brown. Now that's going to be the only batter that Jacob gets tonight. Javon Ray will take over for him. But a big round of applause for Jacob. Said his grandfather has been calling him short stack since Jacob can remember. And it's a nickname that he loves. It's one that he'll take into his banana ball career. Cannot wait to see the next time that Jacob gets out there on the mound. I mean, he is a really, really talented baseball player. And said if folks could take anything away from seeing him on the mound, it's that there are no excuses. Anything is possible, and that is everything that short stack represents. He gives way to Javon Ray, another phenomenally talented pitcher from the University of Tennessee to Georgia Southern to the MLB Draft League to banana ball. And he pumps a fastball in for strike one.
Yeah, special night for the Douglasville, Georgia native, finally getting to pitch here in Grayson Stadium, and he's got his folks here in attendance as well, which he seemed pretty excited to tell us yesterday.
We had him out on the party plaza today, got a huge ovation from Plenty of Southern fans out ahead of first pitch, and Ryan Cox knifing this one out to left center. There's the speed on display from Ron Franklin Jr. for out number 1.
Second excellent jump tonight for Ron Franklin in center field. Noah Bridges capable of playing all 3 outfield positions for the Firefighters, but it's Ron who's had more starts in center than anybody else, and it is for good reason, as you are seeing his reads of balls excellent tonight.
Javon blows a fastball by Correll Prime. It's a low 90s heater. He'll work a 2-seam in as well. Circle change, curve, and a slider to round out the arsenal. Prime time 0 for 2, a fly out and bounced into that wonderful fielder's choice trick play we saw from Caden Green coming in from the break. EJ takes off for second, and the ball gets away from Zachary Bridges. I don't think he had a chance either way. Eric Jones Jr. got a heck of a jump. And for a guy not known for his wheels, EJ now perfect 5 for 5 in his stolen base tries. He picks his spots very wisely.
He's a super savvy base runner for the Bananas, not known for elite speed, but gosh darn it, he just makes a lot of the right reads for this team and now has himself in scoring position. If Ray were to fire ball 4, it would tie this bottom of the 6th for the Bananas.
Called strike 3. Pitcher's pitch on the payoff. Javon Ray rings the bell and gets out number 2. Certainly too close to take.
And a nice frame as well from Zachary Bridges.
You bet.
Didn't yank it too much back up into the zone. And good enough frame for Andrew Gerard to call the out as Ty Jackson plunks this one into left center field, and wheeling around and scoring is Eric Jones Jr. Ty Jackson up to second base as he saw the throw coming in and is able to get an extra 90.
Ty's now 4 for 5 in the series. And we are tied here in the 6th. 2 for 3 on the night after going 2 for 2 with a double Thursday night. Ty represents the inning-winning run. Robert Anthony Cruz, a strikeout and ground out. Trying to flip the script on this ball game. Firefighters had a chance to jump ahead 3-1. That's no longer a possibility. Now Javon Ray just trying to maintain the 1-point lead. He's a strike away from getting back into the dugout. The run scored, of course, will be charged to Jacob Brown. EJ reached on the hit by pitch. And this one flipped out to left. Backpedaling Noah Bridges will put an end to the 6th inning. 1 run apiece from the Firefighters and Nanners in the 6th. No point earned for either side. And we'll get it down to the young professor. Firefighters still up 2-1.
John and Casey down here. And we're going to put them in a couples race where they're going to be racing inside of these potato sacks. When I say go, the ladies are going to start. They're going to hop down to their partners all the way on this side. They're going to turn around. The fellas are going to jump in the sack with their ladies. And then they're going to have to hop all the way back. The first couple to successfully complete this will be the winners of our couples sack race. Ladies, are we ready? Fellas, are you ready? You look ready. All right, on your marks, get set, go. There they go. Michaela with a short lead. She gets in. All right, now turn around. You got to jump in. No, you got to jump in. Oh, wait a minute. I think yes, she did. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the newly engaged couple. We've got Paul and Michaela. We love in Banana Land.
Well, big congratulations to the newly engaged couple. We love love in Banana Land. And we also love close games. 2-1 Firefighters as we head to the 7th. Gage Voorhees, the third man out of the pen for the Bananas.
Voorhees 1-3 on the season and pitching for the 28th time for the Savannah Bananas. Each of the last times he's faced off against the Firefighters, they've been able to score some runs off of him. And it's the bottom of the order, and the switch hitter Isaac Parra batting from his natural right side, who's able to dunk a banana ball into center field for a leadoff knock.
So Parra now 1 for 2 on the ball game. And back at the top of the order, Ron Franklin behind 0-1. Dance time for Voorhees with Cox, Olsen, and Meadows, his backup dancers. And his battery mate, Bill Leroy, getting in on the action as well. Hit or miss is just a pinch up. Two-one now on Hot Boy Ron, 2 for 3 on the night. A triple, a single, a couple runs scored. He is 5 for 10 this series. His first 3 games in his young banana ball career ever as the leadoff man. It's the first time in a long time since he's been the leadoff man. Took a little getting used to. Started out with a couple punch-outs Thursday night, but boy, he's been red hot ever since.
Yeah, it's great to see for Ron Franklin Jr., and this is with him coming back from injury as well. This time he pops the banana ball up. Ryan Cox will tip it twice, and it will wind up in the bare hand of Kyle Jackson at third base. Trick play number 176 for the glove magician on tour.
And third on the ball game for Coxie. Gage Voorhees trying to be the first man to retire Dalton Cornett tonight. DC 3 an RBI single back in the third, sandwiched between a couple ball four sprints. Man, he hasn't gotten anything in the zone yet. There it is. 3-1 on the powerful Dalton Cornett, and then he gets ball 4. Third sprint of the ball game for a guy who loves to swing the stick. Parr is going to go first to third. Cornett for a third time tonight, content with 1 base on his sprint. Good defense by the Nanners. Runners on the corners with 1 out now for the dangerous Logan Lacey.
This is as patient of an approach as we have ever seen from Dalton Cornett across his rather illustrious banana ball career. And the big note, and the reason Voorhees wasn't in the strike zone very much there against Cornett, he was likely still thinking about the home run Cornett hit against him in Baltimore, Maryland to start the month of August.
Wow. Chris Walker says Logan Lacey was able to hold up on the slider. Impressive bat control. And called strike 3. Great tunneling, good pitch call from Leroy. Great execution from Voorhees. 2-seam fastball for the strikeout.
Well, Prime had the strikeout looking called against him on the lower outside corner. The last offensive inning for the Nanners. Voorhees and Leroy wisely go to that outside corner against another righty and collect the strikeout looking. They may continue to try and look to pitch away to the right-handers the rest of tonight's ball game.
Quick 0-2 count now on Joe Lytle. Voorhees working with a heck of a pace. Joe can catch his breath and take some time after the foul ball. He's 2 for 3 on the night, an RBI double and a single. Cornett off. It's going to be a ball, and Dalton Cornett, are you kidding me? Straight steal of second. It's his second stolen base on the tour, but his only other steal was a steal of first. And that is something you do not see very often. But a great jump. Leroy had no chance. 2-2 is going to be dunked in. Ryan Cox trips over Nathan Neuer. D.R. Meadows has a cannon. The throw home. It's perfect. And in time, Cornette a dead duck. D.R. cooks him. And prevents another run coming across here in the 7th.
Another outfield assist ends an inning in tonight's Banana Ball game. This time it's in favor of the Savannah Bananas. Big play from D.R. Meadows to keep the Firefighters from scoring multiple runs. We'll be right back. Firefighters up in the 7th.
The catch on a jog behind the back. Made it look easy.
And Ron Franklin Jr. joins us on the broadcast as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hot boy Ron, how you doing out in center field, my man?
Hey, bro, I'm living life, man.
The pleasure is truly ours. You are having a heck of a weekend. You're now up to 5 knocks, 2 for 4 tonight, couple runs scored, 2 great plays in center field. How much fun are you having here in Banana Land?
I'm having a blast, man. It feels good to come to say this is my job, to be honest. So
yeah.
It's a blessing, bro.
Now, Ron, for you personally, what was your journey to joining the Firefighters here in 2025?
It's been long, man. So when I went to EKU, I had no clue what I was going to do after because I didn't have I went to a Tigers tryout after my EKU career ended, and then I went to Knoxville, Tennessee for an internship for construction management, man, because I'm getting my master's in construction management, and I went out there for 2 months, and then I went back to EKU to go visit some friends, and one of my coaches...
Oh, you're getting an opportunity?
Oh, I can't get that one.
No, you cannot.
Can't get that one. But yeah, one of my coaches, Barry, he talked to Barry for me, and then I went to a tryout in Dallas. I dressed up in a pimp suit, man, and then now I'm here, bro, playing center field for the Firefighters.
Playing a darn good center field at that. Bill Leroy represents the inning tying run. Liner to Caden Green, back to first. Not in time. Johnny Hummel, the new man on the mound, who is the closer for Kentucky last spring. I mean, how impressive is the talent all around you on this Firefighter squad? I know the record isn't what you guys would like, but I mean, this is a remarkably talented team.
Yeah, we got SEC talent, we got low D1 talent. Like, it's crazy out here, man. You know what's crazy, Biko?
What's that?
Johnny Hummel struck me out when he was at UK because we played each other at EKU.
Wow.
And he went back and watched it on Synergy, so and he had to pull an arm and a leg to find it too.
That's messed up.
Here's D.R. Meadows, who is ahead 2-0. I mean, Hummel's got filthy stuff.
Yeah, he does. He does, man. Fastball. His best pitch is the fastball. He got a really good slider, and the curveball is disgusting.
Yeah, heater's about 88 to 91. Curve, a cuttery slider.
Yeah.
And that one on the outside corner. Another catcher converted to pitcher. There's just something about those guys. They can find some filth. Check
yes,
swing.
Yes, he did.
He did.
That's 2.
Chris Walker with the call. Now, can you talk to us about the song creation process with your guy, Javon Ray?
All right. Okay, I got you. It was like, I forgot where we was at, but all I know is we was up till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And we had a bus at 4 a.m. Yeah. And me and Javon was watching the BET Awards.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg was on. And we like, bro, we could do this, bro. And then we just found the instrumental, a Snoop Dogg beat, and just wrote our lyrics right then and there, man.
Wow. There have been a lot of songs created about Banana Ball, the Bananas, this and that. I mean, it's truly the best I have ever heard.
I appreciate it, bro. We worked really hard on that, too. We just wanted to create a nice little hook that's catchy for everybody to sing it. And that was the plan going into that.
There is that cuttery slider from Hummel. He's ahead of Dan Oberst, 1-2. Malachi Mitchell pinch running on first now for Leroy. And he'll take off. Dan pokes this out to right.
Yeah! Yeah!
Mason Maxwell there for it, and you guys are up 3-1.
Yep.
Ron Franklin Jr., thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck the rest of the night. Love you too, Hot
Thank
Boy
you, Ron. Stay high.
We'll be right back with more Banana Ball on TruTV and HBO Max. An unforgettable season will all come down to the Tour Championship.
Rack, a moonshot, backflip catch,
And the boys are fired up.
behind the back. All right.
Oh my goodness!
Game-winning home run. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me?
Shaping up to be an amazing Tour Championship. It's the first ever Banana Ball Tour Championship. It starts October 2nd right here on TruTV and HBO Max. We'll have semifinals, 2-game series. If the series are split, you immediately go to showdowns to see who goes to that championship on October 11th.
Yep, certainly going to be super exciting, and right now it's slated to be Party Animals versus Firefighters. On one side of the bracket, Bananas would be taking on the Texas Tailgaters, as new man on the mound is Zach Phillips, who just had a scoreless inning streak, 20 2/3 consecutive scoreless inning in August, snapped his last time out. And Robert Anthony Cruz having a really tough time in right field. He has moved from the EH spot into right, and a single and an error for Cruz will put Logan Lacey up to second base to lead off the 8th inning. Every time the Firefighters have gotten the leadoff man on in a frame, they have scored a run in the inning.
Yeah, that's remarkably the first error on the tour for Rack. A hard hit short hop on the turf. That's a tough play to make, and then just couldn't get a hold of the Banana Ball. 3 pitches, 3 strikes on Noah Bridges. Zach Phillips, the former Kansas City Royals minor leaguer here in his 3rd World Tour, works as quickly as anybody. And you can see that one. Maybe a smidge off the outside corner. Definitely too close to take. And Philly earns himself the punch out. And now strike 1 on Caden Green on the foul ball. Make it 0-2. Philly's got 4-seam, 2-seam cut fastballs, curveball, and a change. As that one will be a pass ball on Bill Leroy. Drew Yanesta, the Firefighters designated runner, gets to third. So some uncharacteristic sloppy defense from the Nanners. Should be a man on first. Instead, Yanesta, 90 feet from scoring, forces the Bananas to bring the infield in. And Caden Green fights off the backdoor bender. Peanut 1 for 2 on the night with the sprint. The 2-2 from Philly. Fouled away. Tough guy to strike out right here.
Yeah, one of the lowest strikeout rates on the Firefighters this season. And Peanut, with a laser beam into left field, scores another run tonight for the Firefighters. The offense continues to come. They have now scored in 6 of 8 innings tonight offensively.
How about Big Rig? Tyler Riggett with some Owl City. This is one of the 10 greatest songs ever created.
Makes me think of our Party Animals king, Chase Acuff. That's his go-to karaoke song. And I bet he is not pleased that the Firefighters got that one.
Well, we'll have to place a call to Mississippi. See what's going on in Starkville. Chase Acuff hoping to return from his fractured shin before the end of this year, so he can get back at short when it becomes tour championship time, when most likely the Party Animals will be facing off against this Firefighter squad. As Philly rings the bell once again. Second strikeout of the inning, both of them looking. And now D-Mac trotting up to the dish. We'll get another look from the ump cam. Once again, painting it on the outside corner.
Yep, that's been the tale of the strike zone tonight for Andrew Gerard. We saw it a lot on the right-handers. Now we're seeing it against the lefties. Strategy for these pitchers should be try and hammer the outside portions of the plate.
I think it's been an excellent strike zone tonight.
I would agree.
Andrew Gerard's been locked in, tapped in. Big swing from D-Mac, pitch hitting here for Zachary Bridges. The fifth-year Firefighter, well, fifth-year Banana Baller, rather, in his second campaign with the Firefighters after 3 with the Bananas. Can't connect on the low fastball. Count is full. And a swing and a miss. Zach Phillips strikes out the side. But a single, an error, a pass ball, and a clutch piece of hitting from Caden Green gives the Firefighters a chance for another run. They lead 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
need to say too. Go Bananas!
It would be Benjamin Earl Dumb III.
Strong name.
Strong mustache. So cool meeting his parents in Fenway. Ben Dumb II. Wonderful people, as you could expect.
I bet Ben Dumb I is also wonderful.
I wouldn't bet against it, that's for sure. Welcome back to Banana Ball live on TruTV and HBO Max. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Firefighters lead 3-1. They have a 1-run advantage here in the 8th. And Ben Earl Dumb III in to try and turn that into a point.
It's Ben Dumb's 18th appearance of the year. He played in the Twins and Braves systems from 2019 to 2023. And this is a guy who fits the Banana Ball mold. His big goal is to try and get to 2 strikes in 3 pitches against every batter. And he's a sidearmer and didn't fully convert to tossing sidearm until he reached college at VCU. And you see it already, ahead of Kyle Jackson, 0-2.
Yeah, he got a side eye from KJ after the first pitch. That was nasty, man. 3, 4, and 5 in the Nanners lineup. And the backdoor bender, it is beautiful. Freezes Kyle Jackson, who is a free swinger. And Ben Dumb starts his night with a punch-out.
Beautiful pitch from Dumb. Another nice frame from Zachary Bridges. Really having a heck of a night behind the dish tonight for the Firefighters. And Dumb pours in a strike against Eric Jones Jr.
Battle between former minor leaguers. Eric Jones Jr. to the land of good and plenty. On top of the left field landing. And we are knotted at 1 here in the 8th.
We saw the earned run average for Ben Dumb below 2 this season. The only thing that has hampered his 2025 campaign have been Bananas solo homers. He surrendered them to Robert Anthony Cruz in Baltimore, Dan Oberst in Denver, and now Eric Jones Jr. collecting his first home run since May the 10th in Nashville, Tennessee. Came at the right time, an inning-tying shot.
It is such a sweet swing from the former Twins and Mariners minor leaguer and the Bananas all-time leader in home runs. 6th long ball of the year for EJ.
And half of them have come here in Savannah, Georgia.
And we're starting to see that power come back. He got a couple sprints last night. Smoked a double deep out to right center on Thursday night. And he's having himself a killer weekend. Ryan Cox slapping this the other way on the run. A jumping grab by Noah Bridges. 2 down.
And he was playing in left field for the Firefighters. He was Cox's teammate for a year and a half. So knows his tendencies very well. Coxie, one of the most prolific opposite field hitters. And Bridges had him played to a T there.
0-1 count on Correll Prime. Another battle between former minor leaguers. And quickly 0-2. Ben Dumb does such a good job of pounding the zone. It's primarily a 3-pitch mix. Fastball, circle change, and slider. And the foul ball, oh, it was caught by the fans. Correll Prime can't believe it. That's how we end the 8th. Ben Dumb thrilled. The inning ends at 1 run each. It's still a 3-1 lead in points for the Firefighters.
And we have only had 6 foul balls caught in Grayson Stadium this year. 2 of them have come tonight. We'll be right back for the 9th inning.
To give them some added insurance. On the other hand, the Savannah Bananas will have an opportunity to tie it and send it to showdowns or walk this thing off. Nevertheless, no matter the outcome, ladies and gentlemen, with a game this close, we need your energy, Savannah. So let's get loud and welcome to the final inning.
You are watching Banana Ball live on TruTV and HBO Max. And what a wonderful ball game it's been. The Firefighters have pushed runs across in 6 of the 8 innings tonight. And now in our final inning, every run scored counts as a point. If we're tied at the end of it, we will go to showdowns.
This is where you're trying to maximize your runs. If you're the Firefighters, give yourself a little bit of an extra cushion. And Austin Krasminski, the man on the mound for the Nanners, making his 33rd appearance this year, and on a streak of 6 straight scoreless relief outings, with 4 of those 6 that have been thrown in less than 3 minutes.
He's one of the harder throwers in Banana Ball. Isaac Parra is going to try and soft slap. No, nothing soft about that. That was a full swing from the left side. A natural righty, but married to a terrifically talented college softball player in her day, Angie, and she helped teach Isaac how to pull off that soft slap. It has been very effective. Now back to his natural right side and able to spoil the firm fastball that sits usually 91 to 93 from the Chris Monster.
Still a little confused by this situation here in the ninth. The Firefighters might have a 2-point cushion, but Parra, the man slotted in the 10 spot for the Firefighters, I'm surprised they still don't push out a golden batter to start the frame and see if they continue to pile on runs.
Well, Parra has been a tough customer so far. He's pulling a lot of arrows out of Krem's proverbial quiver. 1 for 2 on the ball game. And sticking to that right-handed batter's box. Another 2-2. Krasminski tries to drop in the front door slider, misses up. And the payoff. Fouled away. What a battle from Parra. Another 3-2. And it's ball 4, Isaac Parra. What a job. He'll be content with 1 base on the sprint. The Nanners toss it to all 7 fielders behind Krem and Leroy in short order. And the man at the bottom of the order, Isaac Parra, works himself a free pass to set up the top of the order.
And it was not difficult to see that Isaac Parra was pretty enthused about that 9-pitch battle between him and Krasminski, clapping his hands as he was running down to that first base bag. And now the Firefighters back to the top of the order, and hot boy Ron, 2 for 4 tonight.
The 1-1. Make it 2 balls and a strike. Ron Franklin, big swing and a miss on a perfectly placed fastball to even up the count. Looking for some big motion here on the 2-2. And another swing and a miss. Disgusting slider from Krem. Gets himself a strikeout for out number 1 in the 9th.
Uses the cheddar to even the count to 2-2, and then slows down the bat of Ron Franklin Jr. Beautiful slider falling off the table to induce the swing and the miss.
Yeah, and that replay, a good reminder of how hard it is to hit a baseball. Same goes for a banana ball. Just a yellow orb flying in. You get one low to mid-90s, and then the next one just falls off the table. Looking exactly the same coming in. There's a changeup wide of Dalton Cornett. 3-ball-4 sprints and an RBI single. Nanners trying to figure out how to get him out. More changeups like that could do the trick. Krem ahead 1-2. And buries the off speed. Big punch out. In his 5th trip to the dish tonight, DC3 finally retired.
Well, after the battle with Isaac Parra, Krem not necessarily having the best control with the heater tonight. Meanwhile, he continues to get strikes with that changeup and slider and continues to use it here against Logan Lacey.
There's the changeup right on right, and it's 0-2. Lacey 1 for 4. Trying to get something going with 2 down. Bill thinks about a back pick of Parra at first and eats it. Lacey tomahawks that. Diving stop, Ryan Cox. He'll flip to second. Not in time. And Parra rolls up on Jackson Olsen. Hope both those guys are okay. Jackie's going to check on his counterpart at second. What an unbelievable job from Cox just to get to the ball. And thank goodness that right foot from Olsen didn't end up getting jammed. Pretty impressive body control by Parra to make sure he didn't fully land on it. Happy to see that Isaac didn't jam anything in the collision. So Lacey with his 2nd knock. And now Joe Lytle, 3 hits on the night. Sends this to left. Ty Jackson positioned perfectly. Krem gives up a sprint and an infield single, but a couple strikeouts and a flyout. He keeps the Firefighters off the board for only the 3rd time tonight. And the Nanners down by 2, going to the bottom of the 9th. A reminder here in our final inning, every run scored counts as a point. And it's going to be the bottom 4 in the order due to swing it. Ty Jackson, Robert Anthony Cruz, Bill Leroy, and Jackson Olsen, 6 through 10. 7 through 10 rather in the lineup. And they're going to have to try and do some damage against one of the best pitchers on the tour. Ben Dunn III out for a 2nd inning of relief, trying to nail down the save.
And this is an interesting golden batter situation for the Bananas coaching staff to navigate, considering Ty Jackson 2 for 3 in tonight's contest. Robert Anthony Cruz has 2 home runs against the Firefighters here in August. And Bill Leroy has absolutely crushed them all season long. I don't think you can possibly utilize a golden batter until Jackson Olsen potentially comes up, as Ben Dunn still finds himself in line to collect his 2nd save this season for the Firefighters.
Yeah, the plot really thickens here. One of those 2 rack homers you mentioned was off of Ben Dunn. It was the game winner, night 2 in Baltimore, to sweep the series in Camden Yards. But then Ben Dunn got the better of rack in showdowns in Coors Field to get the Firefighters' first win of the season against the Bananas and break their Banana Ball record 14-game winning streak.
There's some much-needed revenge from Ben Dunn III. He continues to learn more and more about how to pitch to these Bananas batters. And this inning will indeed start with one of the Nanners spark plugs coming up to bat in the form of Ty Jackson.
Ty 2 fly here in his 4th year in Banana Land, and does not love the strike 1 call from Andrew Gerard. And he smokes the 2nd pitch down the right field line. 1 hop off the wall. Ty 2 fly. Have yourself a series. He's now 3 for 4 on the night, 5 for 6 on the weekend. That's his 2nd double of the series as well. Doesn't try and do too much, just plays pepper with that right field wall.
And both of those doubles have gone to the opposite field. Ty Jackson is doing so well, hitting the ball out to right field, and that's a sign that guys are pretty dialed in when they can drive the ball with power to all fields.
Robert Anthony Cruz represents the game's tying run. Racks 9 homers. Tied for 2nd best on the Bananas. Tied for 3rd most on the tour. His teammates are throwing their hats out in front of the dugout. It's going to be ball 4. This will bring the Bananas within 1. Rack is going to slam the brakes. Great sprint defense by the Firefighters. Ty Jackson after the leadoff double comes around to score. Cruz with his 39th stake of the year. That's also second best on the Nanners.
It's already more runs batted in than he had across the entire 2024 tour for the Bananas. We've seen quite the evolution for the sophomore slugger. And now it is Bill Leroy, who has been the bane of the Firefighters' existence, up to bat. And he is the inning-winning and game-winning run at the plate.
Behind 0-1. He's reached base 2 out of 3 times tonight, a single and a sprint. The 8-year Banana behind 0-2. And Dumb misses the outside corner with the gas. Bill came to Bananaland on a temporary contract, only guaranteed 10 days in 2018. Here he is in his 8th season. He's become undeniable, and he's become an offensive weapon we have never seen before, leading the Bananas in OPS, second on the tour. And on the 2-2, he fouls it towards the stands and into the parking lot.
And fans were waving each other off, saying, no, do not catch this banana ball. They are rooting for the Nanners here as they try and rally in the bottom of the 9th. And just another note on Bill, 7 of his last 10 hits have gone for extra bases as Bridges is able to smother this one in the turf.
It's been a masterclass in catching tonight from Zachary Bridges. His blocking and framing abilities on display all night long. The 3-2, yanked to third, could be 2. Lacey to second for 1. Parra to first. Oh, the throws off line, evasive maneuvers from Bill Leroy. And it'll just be a fielder's choice. Nanners easily could have been down to their final out right there.
Bananas are invoking the golden batter rule. Hitting in the place of Jackson Olsen is the Bananas' golden batter, Eric Jones.
How about this? Eric Jones Jr., who did not start the game. He came in the 6th inning for Reese Alexiadis as the extra hitter. He's been hit by a pitch. He homered off Ben Dumb an inning ago, and he's ahead 1-0. And that looked like a cross-up between Dumb and Zachary Bridges, the game's tying run into scoring position, and it takes the Nanners out of the double play situation. It'll go down as a pass ball, but I would bet Zachary Bridges did not get the pitch he was expecting there from Ben Dumb III. Fastball just misses up. 2 balls and no strikes on EJ. Peter just misses up again. 3-0, and this is where ball 4 ties the game. EJ taking all the way, right down the chute for strike 1.
Smart take from EJ. Ball 4 would have tied the inning here. Now Ben Dumb has to continue to hammer the strike zone and has another slider cross the plate and run the count full.
That is a gutsy pitch call. Great execution from Dumb. The 3-2. Bounce to the left side, past the dive of Logan Lacey. Bill Leroy can only go to third. Had to wait to see if it got past the Firefighters' third baseman. EJ on base for the 3rd time tonight. Now 2 for 2 on the evening. The Nanners have the game-winning run on first, the game-tying run on third. And with 1 out, we're back to the top of the order, to their team leader in batting average, DR Meadows. 0 for 2 on the night, a sprint and a hit by pitch. Sandwiched in between a ground out and strikeout.
With batting .444 with the men in scoring position this season for the Savannah Bananas. And he's also a guy who has been awfully clutch. He's batting .444 in innings 7 through 9. He turns it up to another level late in ball games.
Check on EJ. He's back safely. He was breaking for second. Stephen Cullen wants a challenge. EJ's already got a stolen base tonight. And Ben Dunn caught him leaning. We'll get another look. This call will be challenged. Home plate umpire Andrew Gerard and first base umpire Chris Walker, who made the call, will go into the monitor. They have to see clear evidence to overturn the call made by Walker on the field. I'm not seeing anything from this angle on the other side of the field. Certainly bang, bang. If I did not know what the call was live, I'm not even sure I could make a call on the replay here. The fans are chanting out, out, out. And now they're chanting safe, safe, safe. Warring factions inside historic Grayson Stadium.
The call on the field is
overturned. The call is overturned. And the Bananas are down to their final out.
Holy moly. Not the result I think we were expecting, or the folks in that Bananas dugout.
No.
Nonetheless, Bananas have a lot of confidence in DR Meadows to come through here. Such a terrific contact hitter. And again, a great late game hitter who chops this one to short. Green gloves and fires, and Meadows called safe at first by Chris Walker. The Firefighters still have their challenge and can challenge this play as well.
I don't see why they wouldn't. The game's tied if they don't use the challenge right now. And here we are again. Andrew Gerard and Chris Walker go back to the monitor. Once again, we need to see clear evidence the call on the field was wrong. And so far, just like on the previous play, I'm not seeing anything to flip it. This is the perfect angle right here. No, that's a safe. Oh my goodness. DR Meadows, unbelievable speed and hustle. He beat it out. Wow.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner is safe.
No doubt about that one. An RBI infield single to knock this thing at 3 points apiece, with Bananas down to their final out in the bottom of the ninth.
That is just unbelievably impressive from DR Meadows, showing off his elite speed, beating out a high chopper to Caden Green at short, and potentially sending this game to showdowns unless Dan Oberst can come away with a big swing here for the Nanners.
The Bananas DH 1 for 3. A sac fly back in the fifth that tied the inning. Heck of a stop by Zachary Bridges, keeping the Nanners team leader in stolen bases at first base. Two 2-1, excellent slider, even better take. Hitters count for one of the most dangerous hitters in the history of the sport. There goes DR. And this one is looped into right center field. It's going to be down. Maxwell will fire it in. Stop sign for DR. Parr with a great scoop. And the game's winning run on third base. Kyle Jackson coming to the plate.
The line keeps moving for the Bananas, and Dan Oberst had the advantage of a 3-1 count, expecting strike from Ben Dunn. Fights that one into right field, and now KJ has the opportunity to be tonight's hero for the Nanners.
Good looking first pitch. Dunn does not get the call. He struck out KJ to start his night an inning ago. Got him looking on a backdoor slider. Power on power. KJ fouls it back. The game-winning run is 90 feet away. the Firefighters are an out away from sending this to showdowns. Oberst is going to take second. Heater just misses the inside corner. Fastball, pretty similar spot. This time a strike. I think that's the right call from Andrew Gerard. Zachary Bridges had to move the glove across the plate. But it looked pretty darn good, and KJ nearly takes out our first base cameraman, Justin. Still a 2-2 count.
And with that last called strike from Andrew Gerard, Dumb and Bridges went back inside against Jackson, forced him to swing at that pitch. He did not want to be called out on strikes again.
Swing and a miss! Ben Dumb with the huge K, and we're going to showdowns.
Ben Dumb bearing down and getting the heater past Kyle Jackson. It is a second game this month where the Bananas and Firefighters will go to showdown tiebreakers.
The first time was at Coors Field in Denver.
The showdown!
One of the greatest catches in showdown history. Are you kidding me? In time. Unreal. Left the arm. The throw the ball. He's down. Are you kidding me? It's good for the fan. It's over. Showdown. You wouldn't believe it.
The Firefighters took it in Coors Field to break the Bananas' record 14-game winning streak. It was Ben Dumb III on the mound to get the job done. And it was Joe Lytle at the dish who pushed in the game-winning point in the first round. You got a quick look at the rules. It'll be Austin Krasminski on the bump. Reese Alexiadis, his fielder, who has to stay on the infield turf before the ball is put in play. It's inside the park, home run or bust. If you hit the ball out of the yard, you win the game instantaneously. Joe Lytle has one home run here in his third World Tour, but it was an inside the Parker back in Camden Yards.
For a catcher, Joe Lytle runs incredibly well. And the other beautiful thing about sending him to bat here in the first round of showdowns, he's a man capable of spraying the banana ball all over the yard. On the side of the coin for Austin Krasminski, he's had 5 opportunities pitching in showdown this year. He is yet to collect a showdown shutdown.
Quick 0-2 count. I agree with Reese Alexiadis' opinion on the first pitch to Joe Lytle. Looked pretty darn good. Swing and a miss! Showdown shutdown from the Chris Monster. The circle change does the job.
The changeup continuing to be the pitch of choice tonight for the Chris Monster. First showdown shutdown of his 2025 campaign, and he gets the strikeout on 3 straight pitches.
I mean, it's a disgusting arsenal. There's a reason this is a guy who spent 5 years in minor league baseball and had a career 3.08 ERA. I mean, it's shocking that he never got a shot at the bigs. But boy, are we happy to have him back in Banana Land, the 2017 Collegiate Banana. After time spent in the Angels and Cubs farm systems, gets the job done in round 1, and Johnny Hummel, who threw a scoreless 7th inning to earn the Firefighters their 3rd point in the ballgame, which of course looms so large now. Gets his name called. Noah Bridges is his fielder, and Eric Jones Jr., who is seeing beach balls tonight with a big swing and a miss on the breaking ball.
This is the first time Hummel has ever pitched in showdowns in his banana ball career. Hopefully the former Erskine and Kentucky closer up to the task.
Called strike. Pitcher's pitch. Right around the outside corner. 0-2 to EJ. And he's able to check his swing on a filthy curveball. The 1-2. Same pitch, same result.
Well, that's the pitch from Johnny Hummel that helped Kentucky reach the College World Series a season ago with him collecting the K. He goes to it yet again, and now Bridges and the Firefighters have to place a tag on Eric Jones Jr. with the banana ball in the turf, and it is 2 showdown shutdowns, both of them coming via the K, and we move forward to round 2 tonight.
You see something new every night in banana ball. That's the first time that we've ever seen a strikeout swinging in showdowns where the ball gets away from the catcher and an out has to be put on him. This is the 297th banana ball game ever played. I think that all made sense there. Bridges with the tag. We're going to round 2 where there is no fielder behind the pitcher. Austin Krasminski on an island. It only took him 3 pitches to strike out Joe Lytle in round 1. This is where strikeout ability is that much more important, and he's going to be up against Dalton Cornett, who is pound for pound just about as tough a guy as there is to strike out in the sport.
Firefighters opting for power here in the second round of showdowns. The other benefit they have of batting Cornett, not only the fact that he could leave the yard and immediately win the game for the Firefighters, but Austin Krasminski, the only man who's going out there to chase down that banana ball. Cornett does not have plus speed. He just has the benefit of no other defenders aiding Krem here in round 2.
Guy with 5 years of minor league baseball experience on the mound gets the guy with 5 years of independent professional baseball experience at the dish. And Cornett does not bite on the changeup. Krem struck out DC3 in the 9th inning. 2-0. Fouled away. Dalton got the fastball, could not square it up. And another foul ball on another heater. Count is even at 2-2. Another fastball. This one looks like it's going to drop down foul as well into the stands. Not caught by the fans. Another life for Cornett.
The fans make that play. It's another showdown shutdown for Austin Krasminski. Instead, another pitch left to be fired from the Bananas' talented right-hander.
Heater, big take from Cornett. The payoff pitch coming. And it's ball 4. The showdown chase starts right now. Leroy has to hand the ball off to Krasminski. And here we go. Cornett around second. Once Krem gets to third base, he can throw home. Cornett around third. And Krem running out of juice. A shrewd eye from DC3. And he puts the Firefighters back out in front.
Good speed from Dalton Cornett, enough that the Firefighters needed, and from Austin Krasminski. Once he reached that second base bag, he was stumbling his way to third, never had enough gas behind him to be able to get to that third base bag and finally offer a throw home, as you now get a look at Krem tripping a little bit on that AstroTurf here in Grayson.
Yeah, it's a situation. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, I know that's literally a sprint, but Krem's out of his cleats. You got to make sure you don't get hurt there. We've got a month and a half of the regular season, or rather 5 weeks of this regular season left before we get to the Tour Championship in October. And Krem is one of the most important arms in that Bananas bullpen. You lose the battle to win the war. So the Bananas trail again. They have not led this game. And Dan Oberst needs an inside the Parker to send us to round 3 where the bases will be loaded. Of course, if he clears the wall, the Bananas will win it outright. And he cannot connect on the filthy curveball from Johnny Hummel, who got a strikeout of Eric Jones Jr. in round 1.
Well, the strikeout stuff is certainly there for Johnny Hummel. Had 189 strikeouts across 121 innings pitched. in his collegiate career. Perfect man to have pitching in round 2 of showdowns with no defender behind him.
2-1 fouled away. And the count 2-2. The Firefighters a strike away from a victory. Popped up. Johnny Hummel's got a great chance to win this ball game. The ball lands in shallow left center. Oberst is around second when Hummel gets to it. He fires home. A one-hopper to Zachary Bridges. And Johnny Hummel cements a victory after 2 rounds of showdowns. The Firefighters take it 4-3 in the finale of this 3-game set.
It has taken a lot for the Firefighters to defeat the Savannah Bananas this season, but each of the times that they've done it, it has come in showdown tiebreakers. Zach Staten's got Johnny Hummel.
Pumped up here, and I know lots of words playing in Savannah, doing this, going into showdowns, giving the crowd an amazing game after 2 rainouts or 2 rain delays. I'm blessed, man, I'm blessed.
The pressure all on you when you come up and deliver. How much do you love these moments right now?
These are the reasons why we play this game. There's reasons why we show up every single day for the fans, for each other. And at the end of the day, we're just ready to have fun and put on one hell of a show.
That's awesome. 2 showdown shutdowns. Lightning, go fireball this thing up, buddy.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Johnny Hummel joins his teammates after the victory dance. And this is a game the Firefighters deserved to win. They scored in 6 out of 9 innings. Had a 3-1 lead going into the 9th. A fantastic 2-run rally from the Nanners sent us to showdowns, but in the end, the Firefighters victorious, and Caden Green, the showman of the game. Awesome offensively, added a phenomenal trick play in as well.
If not for Caden Green's performance tonight, the Firefighters likely wouldn't have seen showdown tiebreakers against the Bananas. The game started with a Peanut signature walk-up. He had the unbelievable trick play on a glove flip through the legs to Isaac Parra and tacked on a double his first at-bat, an RBI sprint in the 6th inning, and then another RBI via the single in the 8th inning as the Firefighters defeat the Bananas for just the 2nd time in 2025.
A hard-earned win at that for the Firefighters. They get next weekend off, and the Bananas will be taking on the Tailgaters in PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Welcome back inside the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you so much for spending this Saturday night with us here in virtual Banana Land. Really impressive win for this Firefighters squad, and a really, really big one as now they get this weekend off.
Yeah, huge end of August for the Firefighters. There's definitely going to be a lot of momentum as they enter September. And again, Caden Green, a big hero for the Firefighters. Ron Franklin, a tremendous game. And they got consistent offense throughout this ball game. Another recipe for their success.
The Party Animals and the Tailgaters are still doing battle in Starkville, Mississippi. You can catch that on the Party Animals YouTube channel. And we will see you next Friday night from PNC in Pittsburgh, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates, right here on TruTV and HBO Max. For Josh Talevsky, Zach Staten, and Sam Bauman down on the field, our EP, Emerson Elmgren, and our director, Chad Reese, I'm Biko Scala, saying, see you later!